Mawson saw the market for designing country house gardens as being in terminal decline and thought the new body should focus on public projects as well as private gardens. The work of its members was promoted in a glossy magazine edited by Richard Sudell and called Landscape and Garden, and in the Institute's first decade, most of the work was private gardens. By the end of the 1930s, under Thomas Adams' presidency, the ILA began to shift its centre of gravity from private gardens to public projects. The outbreak of the Second World War in 1939 accelerated this trend. Geoffrey Jellicoe, who'd also been lucky not to be called up in 1918 at the age of 18, managed to keep the Young Institute alive, while most of its members went to join the war effort. Jellicoe visited America in 1942, sent by the British government, and greatly impressed by the wide range of work being done by members of the ASLA, the American Society of Landscape Architects, sought to emulate their achievement. This broadened the focus of the ILA to take on the range of projects with which the landscape profession is now involved. Jellicoe did this in several ways. One, by writing articles for what he and Susan relaunched as the Journal of the Institute of Landscape Architects. Two, by publishing policy documents on future areas of work, such as roads, forestry, and new towns. Three, by inviting well-known designers and other famous people to join the council of the Institute. And four, by holding meetings with secretaries of state, civil servants, and other public figures. In later life, Jellicoe recalled a meeting at which he'd been telling a cabinet minister about the many good things members of the ILA could do for society at large. And then, travelling in a taxi back to his office in Gower Street, he recalled that one hand would pretty well suffice to count the number of British landscape architects then available to do the work. The success of Jellicoe's meetings with ministers left him convinced that the Institute should have an office near the Houses of Parliament. The ILA left his 12 Gower Street office and after several moves settled in 12 Carlton House Terrace. It was a great location, overlooking two of the most important landscape design projects in Britain, for St James's Park and for the processional route which runs via Regent Street to Regent's Park. Their designer, John Nash, didn't call himself a landscape architect, but, with help from the Reptons, did design landscapes. In the 1970s, Jellicoe was saddened when the ILA moved its HQ to a less central location. So was I. It would have been better if the Institute had moved its back office to a peripheral location and kept its front office in St James's. This principle was supported by the Landscape Institute Reform Group, which was formed after the LI's 2009 financial crisis and was set out in its response to the LI President's consultation on future visions for the Landscape Institute.